Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy NeoXO coming back at y'all with the Black Clover episode 168 review. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already and leave a like on the video. Now this episode starts with Ralph, Yuno, and Sylph, and basically they're at the remnants of what was the Golden Dawn headquarters because Xenon really came in with the Dark Disciples and pretty much demolished their entire headquarters, and also he killed a good bit of the squad members. So rest in peace all them Golden Dawn members because they're dead now, so they straight out of there. And the Black Bulls didn't do too hot either because that's basically who they wanted. They wanted the Black Bulls captain and they wanted the captain of the Golden Dawn, and it took some injuries. It took some of the members of the squads getting injured for them to take away the captains. And I mean, at least the Black Bulls didn't suffer too much major injuries that killed them, you know, because the Golden Dawn, at the end of the day, they got a lot of dead members. But they're basically with Owen at the beginning of the episode. Asta, they checking out Asta because, you know, Asta just had the biggest fight out of everybody, I think, like recently. I mean, Noel, you know, yeah, but I'm talking about like episode wise. Like Asta's fight was last, you know. So basically they checking on Owen, checking on him, and he's straight pretty much. I mean, he got that double arm, and so far in the anime they don't really know what's going on with that. Kinda in the manga we got a little bit more information on that because, you know, the manga's ahead, but in the anime right now they don't really know what's going on with that arm. And Nacht is revealed in this episode to be the vice captain of the Black Bulls. So right after Asta is getting looked at by Owen, Ghost was getting looked at by Owen, we see Asta in the bed. He get out of the bed and he see Yami's katana, and like it freaks him out. He's like, okay, I got Yami's katana, that wasn't just a dream, and he tries to run off. Something I want to touch on before I get too deep into that plot point: Gray, her magic is something else other than transformation magic at the very essence of what her magic is. I just wanted to touch on that. But we already touched on it in the manga, but I just wanted to touch on that for the anime only because we don't even know what it is yet in the manga either. But it's just something to point out because that has to be a plot point because they just mentioned it briefly in this episode. So I'm gonna just mention it briefly in the review. And like I said, Asta woke up, saw the katana, and ran, and that's when we see the reveal of the vice captain of the Black Bulls. His name is Nacht. Very cool character, I can tell you right now. Y'all are gonna love this character. Very cool character indeed. So basically Nacht is a vice captain level, so he basically just made Asta not able to move his body because he just overwhelmed Asta, and he's basically telling Asta, he's trying to talk some sense into Asta if you really think about it, not really just being like, all right bro, you are trying to go save somebody but you're not strong enough, so you're gonna wind up getting yourself killed, but if you come with me I can train you and then you're gonna be strong enough, so just be smart about this, don't be ignorant, and let's go train. So that's what ends up happening. Nacht is basically saying he's gonna help Asta train, and that works out because Asta notices that he has devils, you know. He has Gimadello, that's the name of his devil that he showed in this episode at the beginning. He actually has 4 devils and he showed all of them a little bit later, and I'm gonna get into that too. He's able to use his devils like better than Asta, so he's gonna teach Asta this, and then Asta gonna get a cool new power-up. It's gonna be cool to see in the anime, but we ain't gonna see it in the anime no time soon. I'm really not thinking because they only got like 2 more episodes in the anime before they like take a break or something. So Nacht ends up going to the captain's meeting that they're having like this captain's meeting, and Nacht just basically shows up in there out of nowhere, and he was thought to be an intruder, and I just want to point out he basically stopped everyone from killing him because, you know, if he would have got hit by all them captains they would have killed him, no doubt. He stopped them in their tracks instantly and stopped them from basically killing this man. So that shows how powerful he is because we know that Nozel, Charlotte, they're very fast, so Nacht was pretty much instant in stopping them from attacking him. And after he stopped them in their tracks, he basically said that he is the vice captain of the Black Bulls, and they let him slide. They let him slide with that. It was like, of course Yami's squad gonna have anybody as the vice captain, and that's basically what the whole episode is, just this captain's meeting. They're going back and forth talking about stuff. There's Nacht's letting them know a lot about the Tree of Clifford, Nacht is basically telling him everything he knows from doing his spy work. He's saying how Yami and William is the key. We already knew this because Dante explained the whole plan, but now Nacht is telling it to everyone in the squad. And the reason Dante explained the whole plan is because he's like really arrogant and he needs to be humbled a little bit. And he explained it because he thought that he was gonna kill everyone and there would be no witnesses, but yeah, that didn't happen. So now everyone basically knows the entire plan. He's trying to use Yami and William as the keys, and he's gonna open the underworld. And as Nacht states in this episode, it's gonna take about 3 days. So Asa has 3 days to train. Yuno has 3 days to train. Everyone basically has 3 days to train and come up with a plan, and they're gonna end up either being powerful enough to defeat the Dark Triad in 3 days, or they're not. Let's hope they are, for the sake of the Clover Kingdom and the sake of the world. And another big reveal that Yuno made known to everyone is that he's the Prince of the Spade Kingdom. Now, we already knew this, but the captains didn't, and he let the captains know. Nozel kind of made a comment that's so like, he didn't make a comment, my bad. He was in his head and he kind of had a thought that was like, no wonder he has such immense power, because someone like Nozel could not accept the fact that a peasant would have more mana than him. So I guess that makes him feel better about himself, that someone with as much mana as him is also a royal. So it makes sense to him, and it makes sense to everyone. You know, royals just got like all that mana inside of them and all that. So it ends off with Noelle being found by the elves. So there we go. She's revealed to be still alive after the blast. Vonica already said she was going to be still alive, and she is still alive. So we're just going to see what happens with her. Now, one more thing I want to touch on before I end this video. Yuno has a resolve. Like, he definitely has a resolve to defeat Zenon. He basically, to me, he kind of is growing. You know, they're showing like his growth, and he's growing to basically fight for what he stands for. And he's kind of got that Asta effect where he's like, I'm gonna do this no matter what. Kind of like Asta's like, I'm gonna be the Wizard King no matter what. Yuno's like, I'm gonna avenge our squad, I'm gonna save vengeance, and he gonna do that. So hopefully he don't lose the rematch to Zenon, you know, like, cause he kind of just saying, like, he talking hot stuff like he not gonna lose again, so you better not lose again, bro. So that's basically everything I wanted to touch on in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.